Hello students, I'm Kiran Makkar and today I've come up with a video on reading tips. This is the third video in the series. Today I'll be touching MCQs or multiple choice questions. Uh, Before starting the video, I must say that, which I say before all my reading videos, reading tips, is that there are no shortcuts to IELTS reading. It's all about the three P's: practice, practice, and practice. The more you practice, the more vocabulary you will develop, the better you will be at reading, the quicker you will read the passages and find the answers. And that is actual progress in reading. But yes, these tips may help you a bit when you practice. And as you practice, you will develop vocabulary and your reading will improve by leaps and bounds. So today, my passage which I've chosen is Scientists. It's Scientists and Serendipity. Um, so this is Scientists and Serendipity, and from this passage I've taken the MCQs. There are 5 questions of MCQs, and I'll be touching these 5 questions while I tell you the tips for the reading. Before that, there is in the comment section there is a link for buying these books. When you click on the link, this page will open. And this is Makkar Ielts general training reading. This is the speaking guesswork. This is academic reading. All these are exactly like the exam readings. They're quite similar. A very good exam practice. This is these are PDFs of readings in case you don't have time. There are 7 readings in each of these, which are also there in this book. Then this is the book on graphs. This is a book on academic essays, IELTS speaking, and general training, essays and letters. So my latest book is on general training readings. There are 20 readings which have been made with a lot of hard work and tried and tested in our classrooms, and especially meant to teach the vocabulary which usually is used for the IELTS readings. So here, if you will put the coupon code MAKKAR, you'll get a little discount on these books. So this is about the books. Now we come to today's passage. First of all, my first tip is that don't go into reading the passage. Straight away go to the question. So here we'll go to the first question. There will be some scrolling up and down as I have to go to the question and then come back to the passage. So here I'll first go to the first question and we'll read it. The first question is, in paragraph A, the word inductivism means. So there are 4 options. Now reading is easy. This question is easy because the paragraph is specified. Paragraph A, the word inductivism means anticipate results in the big. For now you'll do translation of all the 4 options that you have. So inductivism means anticipate results in the beginning. Means you try to figure out what the results will be when you just begin something. And second option means work with prepared premises. So you've already prepared some premises and you work with that. Third is accept chance discoveries. Third means that you accept chance means which just happened. Chance discovery, accidental discoveries. Look for what you want, and D option is look for what you want. So these are the 4 meanings of inductivism that they have given. They are not the actual meanings, but that is what they mean, that in paragraph A this word means. So there are 4 options. Now we'll go to paragraph A and C. So here you can see this is the word inductivism. So straight away you come to the word, and then about these words they have written after that in the former. So there are 2 words, deductivism and inductivism. So in the former means the first one. So deductivism, we don't need to go into that. In the former, the outcome is supposed to be logically contained in the premises you start with. So this is about deductivism. Now we have to read about inductivism in the latter, because inductivism is mentioned latter in the second place. So it's latter. So in the latter, you are recommended to start with no expectations whatsoever and see what turns up. So here Inductivism means that you are recommended to start, you don't have any expectations what will come, and then see what turns up. So accidentally what turns up, see what that you don't have any expectations. So this is accept chance discoveries. So inductivism means accept chance discoveries, and the first deductivism, in that there is the word premises and all. So you can safely eliminate that. Inductivism means accept chance discoveries. You start with no expectations and see what turns up, just like that. Okay, so the answer would be accept chance discoveries, that is C option. Now the second question is, Medawa says there is no such thing as the scientific method because. Now this person says that there is no such thing as the scientific method, and he gives there are four reasons in the four options. The first option says discoveries are made by people with determined mind. So people who have determined mind, only they make discoveries. And discoveries tend to happen unplanned. Discoveries are not planned, they just tend to happen without any planning. The process of discovery is unpleasant, and that is that this process of discovering something is not very good, it's unpleasant. And serendipity is not a skill. So serendipity is not a skill. So these are the four options. Now we'll go and see where Medawa comes and where he says this. We have to find this by scanning. And A paragraph we've already looked into, and we'll go straight away to paragraph B and look where the word Medawa is. So here you cannot find Medawa. You have to find it as a diagram. Okay, you cannot find. Then you go to this and Medawa. You cannot find the word Medawa here. Here, Medawa. So here you come across Medawa. Medawa insisted there is no such thing as the scientific method. Now the answer should be here somewhere, quite near to that, because the question, now we've searched for the keywords here. No way at all of systemizing the process of discovery. Really important discoveries had a way of showing up when they had a mind to do so, and not when you were looking for them. So really important discoveries, they just show up. They don't show up when you are looking for them. They just have a mind to. They just show up when they had a mind to do, and not when you are looking for them. So here the answer will be that these really important discoveries happen when you are looking for them. They just show up when they have to. So there is some option you read which matches with this description. So here uh, discoveries tend to happen unplanned, not when you had a chance to do so. So here, if you have read all the options and you go and find the um, uh, keywords, you search for the keywords, you come to know where the answer is a little above or below that, the answer can be there. So here as we had translated all these and we looked at all the four options, it was easy to find the answer. Now the third question is, many scientists dislike the idea of serendipity because. Now the question is that scientists do not like the idea of serendipity. Why they don't like it? It is easily misunderstood and abused. The first option says it is easily misunderstood and abused. B option says it is too unpredictable. It's far too unpredictable. You cannot predict it. Third is it is beyond their comprehension. Um, they cannot understand what serendipity is, so they dislike the idea of serendipity. And fourth is it devalues their scientific expertise. So they are experts, so they don't like serendipity because when something happens like that, they get no credit, and it devalues it. It lowers the value of their scientific expertise. Now here we have to find the keywords scientists and dislike the idea. They're against serendipity because. So let's go. We were on paragraph D in the last answer. So I'll try to go to paragraph E and C. Uh, some scientists using the word meant to stress those accidents. Okay. Uh, So they don't like the idea of serendipity. Okay. Uh, So, to say that science had a significant serendipitous aspect was taken by some as dangerous denigration. So, serendipity, they didn't like it, they took it as dangerous. So, this is the question now. We've come to the keywords. And now we'll read and we'll find what answer can be. If scientific discovery were really accidental, then what was the special basis of expert authority? So, here they are saying if science was so, discovery was so accidental, then what is the base of their expert authority? Then where is their expertise? So in this connection, so we read something that it denigrates their, it devalues their expert, this thing. So that is why they don't like it. So here I have come across the answer straight away after having read those four options. So this is the answer that I would go for. um, it devalues their scientific expertise. Um, this is this is one way which is working in all the three MCQs here, that you read all the options and then go and search for the one which you feel is most suitable. Uh, the next question is, the writer mentions Irving Langmuir to illustrate. Now here the writer mentions this person to illustrate planned science should be avoided. Industrial, that if we plan science, we should not plan science. Planned science should be avoided. Second is, industrial development needs uncertainty. So development of industries needs something which is not certain. It needs uncertainty. People tend to misunderstand the relationship between cause and effect. So people don't understand the relation. They misunderstand the relation between cause, something which causes something, and the effects of something. And fourth option is, accepting uncertainty can help produce positive results. So if we accept uncertainty, it can help produce positive results. So we have done these four options. Now we'll go to this Irving Langmuir and why the writer mentions him. So this is, we have again to scan and see where Irving Langmuir comes in the, okay. Why does this writer mention Irving Langmuir? Here we don't find Irving Langmuir. This is the, here we'll see where is Irving Langmuir. Okay, here we found Irving Langmuir. Uh, both of General Electric made much play of serendipity in the course of arguing against overly rigid research planning. So they were against overly rigid research planning. And if you don't read further, you will go with the option A, overly rigid research planning. So they were against. So option A says planned science should be avoided. So this goes with this answer. But this is my tip. Don't leave it at that. You must read a little further and see if any other answer fits in. Um, Langmuir thought that misconceptions about the certainty and rationality of the research process did much harm, and that a mature acceptance of uncertainty was far more likely to result in productive research policies. That acceptance of uncertainty was more productive. So here, if you accept uncertainty, it's good. So this is option number 4. Accepting uncertainty can help produce positive results. Now A and D. Now there's a confusion between A and D. I'd go with D because although they have said that planned science is not good, but they haven't said that it should be avoided. Now let's go back and see. Here they were arguing against overly rigid research planning, but have they said that it should be avoided? They are against it, but they haven't said it should be avoided. And here this answer is better as far as my thinking goes, that for that, so I'd go with option D. Uh, there is mature acceptance of uncertainty is far more likely to provide result in productive research policies. So from options A and D, if I have to choose, these two are a bit confusing, and you can go with A or D, but A, because avoided they haven't written, so I would go with D, and this is the correct answer. The example of Yosemite is to show. This is a national park, and the example of this is to show. Now, there is the example of Yosemite in this passage, and A is the conflict between reality and expectation. So the first option is that there is a conflict, means something which opposes reality and expectation. So what is the reality is not the same as your expectation. You expect something and the reality is something else. Second option says the importance of systematic planning. So the example is to show the importance of systematic planning. Okay. The intention of social action. This example the author has put for telling the intention of social action. And last is the power of anticipation. So now we'll go to that paragraph where we find this word Yosemite and see why this example has been given. Okay, here we see this is in this paragraph. Okay, Yosemite. Okay, so we come here, this is the word we found, so answer should be somewhere here. And people wanting to be alone with nature in Yosemite Valley wind up crowding one another. So here people want to be alone in that valley, but what they find there is that there is too much crowd. They wind up crowding one another. So they want to be alone. So what they anticipate is that they will be alone, but the reality is that there is too much crowding. So the answer would be this option, the conflict between reality and expectation. So this example is for to show the conflict between reality. Yosemite, people go there to find peace and calm, but what they get there is too much crowd. So they are expecting peace and calm, to be alone with nature, but reality is something very different. So this example is being put there to show the conflict between reality and expectation. This is these five. I've tried to tell you a little bit about the tips for the paragraph headings. Another method for the paragraph headings, which I did not need to apply here, is that in case you don't get any answer, you can go ahead with the elimination method. So when you understand the question and you understand each option, then in the passage something against any option can be given, and then you can rule that out, or you can rule the two out. Then you have to look for the correct answer in the remaining options. That will increase your probability of getting the correct option right. And another method which is that you treat all the options like yes, no, not given questions, or true, false, not given question. So any one option may be true, two options may be no or not given, and in that way also you can do the MCQs and see which is the correct answer. And basically it's there are no shortcuts to this, but as you practice more and more, and as you look into why you went wrong somewhere, and what was the main word because the meaning of which you did not know, and why you could not get to the correct answer, and slowly your vocabulary will develop, and ultimately you will do better at MCQs and in fact all questions of reading. So this was my video for today. I hope you've liked it, and you can purchase all my books from the link I've provided in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching patiently.